Father Carmel is a good priest, yeah? And then his private life is, oh, Mr. Johnson is, oh, he is a good husband. And he cannot wait to go home on the internet, to go on some websites. He cannot be in the office so that he can throw some remarks or whatever to his girl that works there. So he will, as we say, chat with them. Oh, he cannot wait till this and this and that. In front of people, he is now standing up. That's not going to build tomorrow. Because today or tomorrow, you are going to be caught. And I was going to say it, but I am not because I am in church. Don't fool around, because the heavens have eyes and the walls have ears. Whatever they do in secret will be published from the top roof, Jesus said. So do not, because today you think is secret and tomorrow will make it public. St. Paul continue and say, if we really belong to Christ, then we don't look at each other. He is Japanese, he is Italian, he is African. We are all one family. Because with Christ, our brother, we call God our Father. And when we come to the celebration of the Eucharist, we share one loaf and we drink from one cup. My dear people, you came here today to present your children for baptism. Baptism is not once in a lifetime. Baptism is a daily in and daily out commitment. If I ask these little ones, what do you want? They might smile at me or they cry because they don't know. But the church wants the parents to make their commitment of faith. Because if your commitment of faith is not alive, you are making the most monarchy of what we are doing here. You are not the truth of the church. You are really making a lie of your promises at the back of the church. And so baptizing the baby, and then we see you again when the baby is about to receive First Communion, you better join another parish, because I will not allow it. My dear people, we need to build tomorrow. Tomorrow does not build on nothing. It's built on foundation. We need to found these children. And you parents are the builders. And together with us, we need to build, because tomorrow comes before we know it. That baby, before you know it, is going to be 5, 6 years old. And this 5, 6 years old is going to be your full responsibility to be the parent and teacher of this child. You are going to set the example by what you say and do to these children. They are going to learn from you how to say thank you and to know and excuse themselves and even walk in all kinds of facts of life. You are going to teach them. And with that direction, you are going to give them something that you have as faithful Catholics. My dear people, that's why the church today is in the shambles it is. Because our young people from 30 down are bankrupt in the faith. They don't know the faith. How can I teach it if I don't know it? And so morality is what I think. It's not what the church thinks. And what I do, when I do it my way, what I think, it's not Christ's way. Christ said not what you think, but what's good for others. What's good for the others is good for you. And what's good for you will be also good for others. So the focus is not you, the focus is others. And when you have this in mind and teach it to your children, then tomorrow will be a future that we are going to be secure as Americans. Because we have people standing on their feet with a head that they can think. tomorrow church will gain these candidates, which will be the joy of a future. My dear parents, to be a parent today is not fun and games. There are other people who really are working against you. You are trying the best to give this child the best you can give. And you find somebody at the corner, a little packet, or a little tobacco, or even when they are young adults, to go to parties, and they ruin your children. And that's why you as parents watch the company they hold. Remember, you are parents and you are not their bodies. And this is what's missing in our society. We think that the more bodies I have with my kid, the more the kid is going to love me. Let me tell you, it's the opposite. Children today, from their very nature, they need discipline. And discipline is not beating them. You are the adult. You say the last word. Cry, well, as my mother always told us. Cry now, then you make me cry tomorrow, baby. Understood? These children that we are spoiling today are going to be the heartaches of many parents. If you don't believe me, you enter with me in any room I was for counseling. How many parents say, my children does not want to do nothing with me? Have you been there for them? Did you give them the best? Did you train them to be? No tree is going to be a good tree if we don't care for it. I manure it, water it, and cultivate it, and prune it after winter. The same thing with our young people. Work hand in hand with teachers that you are going to send your children to. Your teachers and yourself are very much important to work together, because the benefactor is your child. Remember your children, as I told you when I met with you, are like tape recorders. They record, they rewind, and they play it to you. And don't tell him where he learned that word, or where he learned the way he's talking, because he will point it out to you. We congratulate you. We ask God's blessing upon you. And we know you're going to make mistakes, because you are new in this, and many of you are the second one, so you know. We ask you one thing. Make God the center of your home. Because if He is not there, you will separate. And children will be the one who really are going to suffer. Without God, there is nothing. Without you, you can do absolute nothing. And many times you stay together sometimes because of financial problems. But your lives is so simple. If there is God, there is love. And love is what God gives you. To be together and love each other. That is God. God is that love that is so intrinsic with us that without it we can do nothing. And where there is love, we can endure the crosses. And where there is love, we are going to even accept everything that comes our way. And when we stand together, we are going to be solid. I again ask you that Sunday Mass will not if or but. When Sunday Mass is something that we eliminate, I will pray for you, because your destruction is big. When those people who stray away from God, their end is destructive. Because He said to us today, everything is vanity. If there is God, the essence of our lives, then and then alone, we will make sense. God.